Hey guys, this is the XRP Cowboy. Hey, this is Billy. It's been a weird couple of days. Um, we saw, I don't know why the market crashed the way it did after John Deaton talked the other day, but then it recovered real quick. But, you know, I noticed today the market's pretty flat. Some stuff's up, some stuff's down. But one thing is for certain that we're seeing XRP move independently of the market. And I'm sure this has to do with summary judgment and all that stuff. And it's the whole knee-jerk reaction, I think, that brought the market down overall. Not John Deaton, but he didn't help with his 5 to 7 year, you know, plan. But like I said, we people are always optimistic. It's like if you bet on a football game, you're always thinking, oh, they're going to score a touchdown, they're going to do something miraculous to win. And I would wonder if maybe that's John Deaton's perspective. It's probably been great for him. He's helping our community a lot, and I don't think it'd be a bad thing for him to be in the spotlight for another 5 to 7 years. I'm sure, you know, he's doing pretty good with all that. I have a feeling his XRP bag, whatever he owns, you know, is a non-factor with his income. So it's what are you gonna say? Man's trying to make a living, but I just thought that was in bad taste. Say in the 5 to 7 years, when you look at the probabilities of that happening, they're like less than probably a 1% chance. It going to the Supreme Court, but it looks like the smart money, or the dreamers or the roadies are buying. Um, I'd say it's some big money coming in based on the price. I think it was up 16% when I looked, and we broke through some resistance. And now, if we can hold above that 40 cents, you know, we might see a 50-cent XRP soon. The concern I have is the Fed, they should be hiking rates tomorrow. And that's we're going to see a knee jerk reaction again. This, might take a few days, maybe a week to bounce back. Maybe not even that long, but who knows? You know, I'm not trying to time the market. I'm just trying to get a ballpark, what inning are we in here, right? And we're in the ninth. I don't know if it's the bottom or the top, but Detroit, baby. But, it's just so interesting, where my mind's been lately. And it's like, I know we want to talk about crypto and everything, but like I've been having these feelings, like almost like this, you know, inner calling. Like my mind is telling me you got to go to the gym more. You gotta not drink so much. And it's strange. Like I've slowed down on my drinking a lot since the kids went back into school. It's like I lost the taste for it. But don't worry, the Cowboys gonna find a way. But I haven't, really missed it. And this isn't a, hey, you want to drink beer, okay? Um, there's nothing, no outside sources has put that in my mind. Um, you know, I, that's a thing that, you know, it's happened for years. It hasn't influenced me at all. I make my own decisions, but, and I'm still drinking. Don't get this wrong, but it's just different now. In the gym, and I went with my son to work out yesterday, and it felt fucking great after. And I'm really inspired. And the craziest shit was that I was on TikTok or something, and I read something, and it said, time will determine who you meet. Your heart will determine who you keep, and the way you treat them will determine who stays in your life. And I thought that was pretty obvious, but pretty deep. And I just wanted to share that with everybody. But I'll take it a step further. I was not drinking in the garage, making videos last night. You know, um, you know, kind of looking at me. I'm 48-year-old man. Um, and it's like I've just been feeling like, you know, rethink your goals at this point in your life. Cowboy's gonna live to be 100. And maybe I want this second half of my life to be more like the first half, and that was fitness, health, athletics, you know. Like I said, I'm not looking to make any changes. I just think it's like changing. I used to go to this place called Mongolian Barbecue all the time, and it's just pretty much a place where you pick your meat and they cook it in front of you if you don't have one where you're at. But I remember after a couple months, I'd go through these phases where I just couldn't eat beef or chicken anymore, and I'm just, I guess, sick of being a fat ass. I looked at my video I made the other day, and I'm just like, that tummy isn't, I wouldn't call that ripped, but it's bigger than that. I've experienced that all the time, but it's interesting, and so I don't know, I'm like looking at smoking differently, and I love to smoke. There's She says you're changing. We're always changing. It does not bother me to say this isn't love. So if you don't want to talk about it, then this isn't love. It's just sometimes things are so clear and obvious. I've always felt invincible. But, I guess what it is maybe I'm not feeling as invincible. Like I was working out with my son, and I was throwing, he's young, he's going to be 12 in December, but we were throwing weight up on the machines. And, the machines have limited weight. And I could always max out with all the machines, with the working out. We go to Planet Fitness, and he's got like a couple plates, like 30 pounds, 30 pounds, I think it was on the bench. He's working out with that. And I think that the max there is like 190 or something. And I was throwing that up, and he was really impressed. And it kind of touched me a little. Like, I was like, son, life's funny. I'm past my prime. I'm like pretty strong still, right? And he's like, yeah, Dad, yeah. And I said, the day's gonna come where I'm putting up just a couple plates, and you're gonna be off the charts here. And he had this look in his eyes. I was trying to like build him up, right? But almost like he wasn't worrying about himself. He was just thinking about his dad not being as strong someday. And it was beautiful. And I said, but I'm going to do everything I can to prevent that. This, I guess, this channel, if anything, it's about life perspective, not crypto, but I love to bring crypto into it, right? But the odd thing is after, I'm done with my day, I turn the TV on, and this movie I'd never heard of is one of the, watches on, I have like a record cutter, I don't know what channel it's on, but it's called Father Stew with Mark Wahlberg. And I guess I was just interested because Mark Wahlberg was in it. I don't know, he's like, I don't know why I like him as an actor, but I do. Kind of like, whatever that guy's name is, but it doesn't matter. But Nicolas Cage. I don't know why. I don't think that he's a great actor, but I like him. Keanu Reeves too. I don't think he's a great actor, but I like him as an actor, and I like him as a person, Keanu, like everybody else. But maybe that's what it is about Mark. He's a real person. But it's this guy who's a boxer, Golden Glove champ boxer, and invincible, like the cowboy, right? And his story is very interesting. And, I guess I could say it moved me. And what was odd was it was, about a mind shift, and his perspective, how it changed, and he wasn't invincible, It's just a thought. So, like I said, I'm still going to drink my Blue Mountains and smoke, but I have a feeling that phase of my life is slowly deteriorating. Maybe I don't have to be the center of attention, the joker, please everybody, make everybody happy, even in front of my own happiness anymore, It's very odd, but I do like the beer. My dreamers, my roadies, I hope this video wasn't too odd, but and I hope everyone's doing well. Remember, how you treat people is who stays in your life. So if you want somebody around, treat them right, and don't ignore things. If you ignore something, it disappears. If it's important, don't ignore it. Love. Oh, and let's just throw something about crypto out there. If we see, for some reason, we don't get that full percentage point, 100 points for the Fed tomorrow, from the Fed tomorrow, I couldn't imagine it would take very long for XRP to break through above that 70 cents price without a settlement. Just based on the velocity it's going and where the price of Bitcoin is, because Bitcoin would surely go up, and we might be seeing that 25K Bitcoin with a pairing of 68 cent, 72 cent XRP with no settlement, because maybe the negotiations are still happening, and this is something that could happen by the weekend. I'm not saying it will, but because I don't think the Fed's going to surprise and do a 50 basis points. But if they do, there's a story behind that too. But let's not speculate until we see that happen. But it should be a full percentage point if you watch my video, 100 basis points from yesterday. All right, hope you're well.